Yes, we are back. We are back with a W. What a massive W to come back on. This is the Inter that we've been missing all season. Maybe these guys needed this break, this World Cup break, because this is the Inter we've been waiting for all season. We've seen it in the Champions League against Barcelona, but we've finally seen it in the Serie A today. And this statement win, guys, this is a statement win. The title race is open again in the Serie A. No more 10 8 point gap, whatever it was, with Napoli and everyone else. Obviously, we did a favor to Milan, Juventus, the other teams that are in the title race, but we needed it. We needed this statement win more than anyone. This was a must-win game for Inter, and we won it with a clean sheet against the unbeaten Napoli, guys. Unbeaten Napoli. We've ended Napoli's unbeaten streak, and this guy once again is this guy, Baba Dzeko, the 36-year-old. Once again, he is the guy who steps up. He is the guy who comes up with the big goal. His Balkan head heading us into the lead, getting us the win, getting us the 3 points. Once again, always put some respect on Baba Dzeko's name. Always put some respect on Baba Dzeko's name. He is the one who keeps again and again and again stepping up for Inter. Oh, I am gassed. I am gassed. It's been a while since I felt, such a good euphoric win, because obviously the World Cup break, I was supporting Argentina, as you guys know, but this Inter is my bread and butter. This is the real business. This is the real dog's bollocks, as we say here in England. But let me first get into the comments, see who is in the house. Thank you, everyone that's been waiting in the chat, man. I can see everyone is hype, as you should be. We deserve to be hype. It's been a while. This Inter season, the Serie A has not been very nice to us, but it's not over for us yet, as Mighty Mouse says. I'm still not going to believe in terms of we still, come on, we're still 8 points away from Napoli. Like, it's still a big gap to make up for, but now at least we're back in the top four. We were fifth before today. Now we're back in the top, which is the most important thing. And we can start looking up. But now we need to put in a streak. A win streak has to be put in. Jono, of course, from Australia coming in. Brilliant win. Thought we messed it up, not scoring in the first half, bro. Shades of the usual Inter, though. Shades of the usual Inter in terms of creating chance after chance after chance after chance and just not taking advantage of it. And I thought it was going to come back to bite us in the ass, like Jono says, but luckily it didn't. Yeah, exactly. See, we finally felt like we're playing the real Inter. This is the real Inter. Even under Inzaghi, even last season, we know this is the Inter team. We know, okay, we can criticize the club's transfers over the last couple of years and Suning in terms of what's happened, but on paper, we all know, on paper, this Inter team does not look up to any other team in Serie A. Yes, this Napoli team have been the best team in Serie A this season. They are playing the best football in Italy. Some people say even in Europe. They were unbeaten, and they were the only unbeaten team left in Europe, in the European top five tier leagues, and we broke that record. Milan, of course, current champions, but we know on paper we do not fear any other team. This is how this Inter team should be performing. That's why a lot of Inter fans were calling for Inzaghi's head, because there's no denying we were underachieving. Yes, we need more pace in the team. We need some dribbling in the team. We need to be a bit younger. We need this, we need that. Centre backs, defenders, Andanovic at the beginning of the season. But come on, guys, what other team is able to bring on Robin Gosens to, like, today? Lautaro Martinez was a substitute. Like, still this squad is a strong ass squad, and this is how it should be. This is how it should be performing. This is how it should be performing. And I'm gassed. And I'm gassed for Babo Dzeko, of course, man. This guy. Oh, what a guy. What a guy. Renew his contract, man. Renew his contract. And yeah, it was also a gritty win. Although we definitely created more chances than Napoli, and we outperformed Napoli today. It was a gritty win, and actually I prefer it like that. I prefer it that we, at the end, we struggled. Onana had to step up as well. It wasn't an easy win. We had to grind it out at the end, and I want it to be like that. This is the way to bring out, the old Inter, the real ruthless, into the champion, into that one, that the league is. These are the types of wins we were having in that season. So it's really, really good to see that type of win coming today. Denzel Dumfries not starting today as well. Shouts out to you in the chat. I don't know if you would have scored that chance, brother. I don't know. We've seen you miss that chance against Juve, the similar chance. We'll get into that. I was a surprise inclusion, but you also could see why Matty Dom started today. The title charge starts. I don't know. Yes, Marvel Lawson. Thank you. Acerbi. Say that name, guys. Acerbi. I want to hear you guys. There was a lot of disrespect to Acerbi when we signed him this summer, but I don't want to hear that disrespect right now. Again, yes, we maybe could have signed a younger profile, a younger centre back, things like that, and I do agree with that. You guys know what my thoughts are on all this kind of stuff, but he was an upgrade on Ranocchia, and today, although Ranocchia did perform against Osimhen last year as well in the same fixture, but come on, you cannot deny that Acerbi is proving to be a great, alternative, if not even like an upgrade on the right at times. This feels like today he was almost a faultless performance, like kept tabs on Osimhen, didn't let him breathe. Amazing performance from Acerbi. So shouts out to Acerbi. 2023, the Ultras can be heard singing in San Siro. Yes, great atmosphere today at the stadium, guys. Great atmosphere at the stadium today, and it was great to hear our fans in full voice. Dzeko to the rescue again, deserved win, bring us back in the race. 100%, Mattia, 100%. Kirby, thank you for your streams in the Discord, man. You are a true MVP. You are the real MVP. yeah, that rugby tackle on Raspadori. Yellow card, took one for the team. That's what I like to see. Ashwin, I told you, bro. Yeah, Ashwin was one of the positive ones who believed in this win, and yeah, there you go, brother. They delivered for you. I was on the draw. I was predicting a draw, but I'm very, very happy to be completely wrong with that. I just love this team. Eurochan says, yes, sir, 100%. Also, I love this Dzeko Lukaku chemistry. Yeah, they are proving to be a very interesting partnership. Very, very interesting partnership. I like the potential this partnership has got. I really do. Extending Dzeko's contract is a must at the moment. Yes, at the moment, in this moment right now, I'm gassed. I don't want to talk about logic when it comes to Dzeko. Let's just give him that contract. I'm seeing some negative comments in the chat for Lukaku. I completely disagree. He didn't deliver today. I asked him to deliver a goal or an assist or a penalty, something. He didn't deliver in terms of that, but I think his performance was definitely a positive today. We'll get into the match analysis because in the first half, pretty much every single chance came through Lukaku. Like, he adds such a different dimension to this team that no other striker in this team, and not many in the world, can add this type of dimension to a team. So I'm quite confused to see the negative comments about Lukaku in here. Yeah, Rami, we did the top team as a big favor, but that's like, what are we going to stop winning now just because it might give a favor to the other teams? We need to pick ourselves back up as well. We weren't even in the top four. It is what it is. That's league football, isn't it? A win for you helps another team somewhere. Barella masterclass as well. Yes, Mustafa, 100%. He was everywhere. This is, by the way, guys, Kvaratskhelia. Where's that? With the Messi guy? Where's Messi? Where's Messi? Where's Kvara? Where is he? I ain't seen him. Anyone seen him? I mean, he got kicked off the pitch. Let's be real. I did see him. We just got kicked off the pitch by Barella, Skriniar, Darmian. Those three proper ganged up on that guy. And that's what you need to do. Once you become that guy, Kvara is that guy right now in Serie A this season, until now anyway. Once you become that guy, you're going to get special treatment. I saw Napoli fans, my boy Dom tweeted at me saying, oh, you guys kicked him, where was the yellow cards, all this kind of stuff. The game is the game. Once you become the danger man, expect special treatment. And Kvara today, he got that special treatment. This was one of the worst performances, one of the most quiet performances of Kvara I saw today. Only a little flash in the second half before he got taken off with a fake shot and then his left foot side netting. But that's all Kvara gave to Napoli today, and that is a big credit to Barella, to Darmian, to Skriniar on that side. Kept him quiet, didn't let him have a sniff. There you go, King Darian. Yeah. He's Limone and the boys today proved any doubters wrong today who said they weren't going to win. Razan, what's up, brother? Giovanni, Discord was going crazy. Yes, sir. The Discord chat today, really, really good. Great boost of energy for everyone. And yeah, credit to Inzaghi for the team selection. Of course, once you get that win, you have to give credit. He came up trumps with his selection. Yeah, Mike, I predicted a draw, as I said, but I'm very happy that I was wrong on my draw prediction, 100%. Also, Hot Take Ray is our worst player since the banter. Oh, definitely, he is up there. As we said, it's either him, João Mario, Dalbert. Like they are those three, and they're quite clear at the moment in terms of who the worst transfer is. It just depends on how we get rid of Correa. If we have to like give him out for free, like we have had to do for João Mario, then he is going to be right up there. Because financially it's a really bad move, but it depends how it ends, this Correa move. Yeah, but I agree. But in terms of that save, in the end, Onana didn't even know about it. I wouldn't say that he's the one that saved us today. He had to be there. He was reactive when we needed to be there on that Raspadori shot at the end. But that's also a save I would expect Handanovic to do by mistake. Because yeah, as the commentator said, Onana didn't really know too much about that save. So that's a save. Like if it was, a little bit more angled, then I would give him a lot more credit. But yeah, he was there. And he was a very calming influence. He's such a calming influence with the ball coming out, claiming crosses and long balls, like day and night difference. That's what we've been calling for this. But yeah, let's get into the match analysis. I can see a lot of let me give a shout out to a Napoli fan here, Anthony Navarro. You should have won 3-0. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That says everything, guys. When a Napoli fan is coming through, giving us credit like this, you should have won 3-0. Be careful at the Maradona, though. Yeah, definitely. It won't be the same next time round. This is definitely Napoli's probably worst performance of the season. And I've watched a lot of Napoli this year. Maybe the Liverpool 2-0. Even actually, they played quite well in the Liverpool 2-0 loss away at Anfield. They got quite unlucky there. So this is probably one of the worst performance of the season. And that is credit a lot, of course, to them as well. Because this is, the fact of coming back from this World Cup break. You don't know how teams are. So it looks like we found Napoli at the right time. It didn't look like the same Napoli that we know. But credit to Inter and Inzaghi, 100%. 100%. Let's go, Ahmad. Let's go and get the likes in, guys. Come on. Thank you for reminding the people, Adriel. Thank you for reminding us. Hey, Football Kareem in the house. What's up, brother? It's good to see you in here. Don Dzeko. Yes, sir. Don Dzeko, indeed. Scree had Kvara in his pocket, 100%. This is a huge win, but we still need to keep the momentum for next games. Exactly. That is the key. There's no point of this win if we don't continue this momentum. Grant Nelson, thank you, sir, for coming through. Jesus Christ, I think Thuram would be great if we don't need Lukaku. Yeah, we'll think about that. Jesus. We'll think about that in the coming days. Marcus Hugler, what's up, brother? Great team performance. This is the way. Let's go. 100%. Skora was scratched by the keys in Skriniar's pocket. Exactly. Skriniar emptying his pockets today, and something Georgian coming out of those pockets. 100%. now the cockiness comes out. This is the Kvara everyone was hyping up. Hey man, that Leao Kvara debate today. Leao had his goal and his big performance today. Barca drawing 3-3 away after the 90th minute with the third division team. Look at that. We broke them. We 100% broke them. But yeah, anyway, guys, I apologize. There's so many of you in the chat, so I'm not going to be able to get to everyone's comments. But yeah, thank you, Daniel, for coming through, and thank you for reminding the people to leave a thumbs up. And Mkhitaryan, thank you, Indra, for reminding the people. We'll get into him. What a pass for the goal. That goal happens because of Mkhitaryan's crossfield pass. Without that, it doesn't happen. So 100% shouts out to Mkhitaryan. Matt Pickup in the house, screening to Lukaku, Lukaku to Dzeko, Dzeko lay off to Darmian before he smashed it over. Let's get into that. Let's get into that one because I have the screenshot for that one. We started off really well, guys. We started off really, really well. No, it's not this one. This one. And this is what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't understand the criticism to Lukaku. Yes, as usual, he had some of those brick touches, some of those heavy touches, but as always, I say, like, that is Lukaku. Like, yes, he kind of improved on the Conte. He looked a little bit better technically, but this is Lukaku. Like, this is what you get with him. He's a little bit heavy. He's a little bit clumsy at times. But today, to me, he looked a lot leaner. He looked fit to me. He looked hungry. And yeah, I was very happy with his performance. It just needed that finishing touch. And yeah, as Matt Pickham said, this would have been such an amazing team goal. The cross from Lukaku, the layoff from Dzeko, and unfortunately the finish from Darmian wasn't there. I don't know about that. It wasn't an easy chance because it was bouncing for him. It was in the air as a volley, but at the same time, I know that if it was Dumfries, and we have given Dumfries a lot of shit for some of his misses over the last few months and stuff. So I'm not gonna give the Darmian an easy ride on this one. He should have finished that. He should have buried that. And yes, we know he's not a striker. That's not his job. It should have been one of Lukaku and Dzeko, ideally, in that position. Hey, we got Mo in the house as well. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. This guy's full-time Premier League guy now these days. But good to see you in the chat, man. Yeah, where are you, Mo, these days? Are you back? Are you still in the UK or are you back in the US? But yeah, I'm not gonna let Darmian off easy. Darmian, to be honest, he what's up, Booker? Good to see you in the house. Darmian did his job today. He did the job that he was brought in to do, which was, to stop Kvara, to help Skriniar. But I think it almost seemed like he focused too much on the job that he was given to do. So I think probably I would say he was probably our worst player today on the pitch, Darmian, because yeah, he missed chances. He had some heavy bad touches in attacking positions, like he ruined a few attacks as well. But defensively, yeah, he was there. So it is what it is, but it is a bad miss. It wasn't easy, but it's still a bad miss from Matty Dams there. But we'll let him off. It's a rare miss from Matty Dams. Now the other bad miss in the first half was this one, the DiMarco one. It was from a difficult angle as well. This one, and again, it's our wing back, so we can't expect our wing backs. We can't, like, our strikers don't score 100% of their chances, so we can't expect our wing backs to be scoring 100% of their chances. But again, early on in the game, again, this was from Lukaku. That's what I'm saying. Like, watch where these balls are coming from, guys. All of these chances are coming from Lukaku. Great ball. Dzeko just misses it narrowly, and then DiMarco comes in from behind. Meret is already diving there, so that far post is going to be completely free. But yeah, he just misses, just goes wide. Again, I'm not going to be too harsh on DiMarco, but yeah, he should have done better there. He should have done better there. And by the first half, we already had racked up, a considerable amount of chances. I would say at least 3 good chances we had in the first half, and we should have at least put one of those away, at least one. Then what else did we have? And then at the beginning, straight away, like first few minutes in, Bastoni ball in behind to Lukaku. That's what I mean, like in terms of Lukaku, straight away. Showing that pace in behind, and I don't know what happened. They haven't really shown the replay to that one. I don't know if it was Kim who managed to get a toe in, or it was just Lukaku's touch that ran away from him. But just like first 3 or 4 minutes in, Lukaku was in almost 1v1 in goal, and that is what I'm talking about. The dimension he adds to this team. Who else can do that in this team? Like, it's yes, he didn't get a goal or an assist today, Lukaku, but to me, I was happy with Lukaku's performance today. And yeah, out of all the guys, he's the one that we should say, we can expect in a position like this to be scoring. Yes, it's on his weaker foot, but he needs to be doing better there. He did claim that it was a corner and that Meret got a touch on it, but it was central, it was high. Yeah, we're expecting more from Lukaku there. And what an assist it was there potentially from Barella as well. A little back heel around the corner to Lukaku straight first time. That would have been a lovely goal as well. But yeah, I expect better. I expect better from Lukaku in those positions. But again, he's still coming back to full fitness. He's still a little bit rusty. It's his first start in like 100 and something days. Like I saw the stat earlier. So yeah, this is one where I admit he deserves some criticism. He should have been tucking that away. Some of the touches in and around the box weren't good enough from Lukaku, but the potential he's showing today, and yeah, as Indra says, just tactically, he's shown like that verticality that he adds to this team is completely different. So that's why I disagree completely with you, Adriel. This was a big performance from me from Lukaku, showing that potential, that he can take this team to that next level. That's what he showed to me today. This level of verticality that he can give to us, that shows the level that Conte's team had. This is why I kept saying when Lukaku, when we didn't have a player like Lukaku, like yes, we should be counterattacking with Inzaghi, but do we have the players to do it? Now we have that battering ram up front who's strong but also really quick on the counterattack to give us those spaces in behind. So yeah, exactly, Christian. This is, I think, it just showed the usefulness to us. Here, this one, he was given offside, the Di Marco, but again, I think he was probably just marginally offside. But Barella, I don't know if he mishit this one or he passed it to Di Marco. Then Di Marco got the shot saved. But yeah, I took a screenshot of this one because I do half count this as a chance as well. It just showed like how much threat we were causing in and around the Napoli box. Our chance creation today was really good. Our interplay just outside, in and around the box was really good. And by half time, we only had 35% possession, but it doesn't matter. We're the ones who are having the chances. We had 2 big chances. SofaScore says 4 shots, ball off target, but we were the dangerous team. We didn't need possession. Napoli had lots of stale possession, and I don't even remember a chance from Napoli today. Yeah, as I said, Anastasis, I'm not saying he's a perfect performance or anything from him. He was, as usual, heavy-footed, some funny brick touches, the ones that, Premier League fans, I'm sure someone's clipped them and posted them on social media and they've gone viral somewhere. But that's what I'm saying. He's showing that he's still showing room for improvement, 100%. And yeah, Napoli had very sterile possession, as Kirby says. And a quick reminder once again from Mattia to hit that like button, everyone. Yeah, and I agree. As the Napoli fan said earlier, we dominated the game today, with most of the game, right apart from the last few minutes. Yeah, Shakir, bad cameo from Correa, 100%. RB Combs, there's some Juve fans in the house as well, of course, thanking us for. Oh my goodness, these guys are so jammy. If anyone watched the Juve, don't even watch the Juve highlights because they'll make you angry how jammy this team is. Like peak Allegri ball, terrorism at its best. They got smashed by Cremonese. They hit the post twice, and they had a goal. Like there was a soft ass foul that was given just as they scored. Cremonese, they were unlucky, but you could see it was happening. Like if you don't take your chances against this Juve team, they're just gonna get some lucky ass jammy goal. Carnesecchi, really good upcoming goalkeeper, but really poor on the Milik free kick. So yeah, Juve train keeps on going, but RB Comps, you know that this is not sustainable. This kind of performances are not sustainable. You can't be playing this bad and continue getting wins. Like it's just not possible. But yeah, it is what it is. They're back in the hunt for the Scudetto. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I will still disagree about Lukaku. He should be the one finishing the chances. I'm really not sure what you mean about great tactical performance. Yeah, but that's what I'm showing you, bro. Like all these chances came from Lukaku. Like this one, as I said, the one before, we were in behind straight away. Kim I don't know what happened in terms of, I didn't get the screenshot for that one, but we were in. This one's created by Lukaku. This one's created by Lukaku. This one, he should have done better, as I said. But lots of other opportunities and runs in behind that, he showed me lots of potential. So I guess we can disagree on this one. But yeah, I was happy with the performance. Nice to see Barella in this form. Hope he keeps it up. Yeah, as we've been saying, man, he started off a little bit shaky, Barella, but then he grew into this match. And yeah, as I said from the beginning of the season, I'm expecting Barella to be the MVP for Inter this season. If he continues like this, he will be the MVP for Inter this season. Yeah, exactly. And then the great thing is, of course, I'm going to say, and it's probably going to jinx it, but having these 4 strikers now, let's ignore Korea for today, but having the opportunity to not having to play Dzeko for the full 95 minutes, not wearing him out completely, being able to rotate these guys, again, Lukaku today didn't have to play the full 90. We could bring Lautaro on. So it's a massive weapon to have off the bench, to let these guys rest as well and be ready for the next game. Yeah, they had a goal disallowed. Well, it wasn't disallowed because the referee technically blew the whistle before the goal went in. But yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, definitely he was causing a lot of headache to Napoli. Like, this is the hardest game Rahmani and Kim had this season. Rahmani was a surprise inclusion because he had a little injury doubt before the game. But Kim, definitely this was the hardest game he's had in this league until now, because he's been really taking the league by storm. So he knows he's been in the game today. Skriniar also, yeah, really good game from Skriniar today. No silly fouls, no silly yellow cards. Was concentrated the whole game, and of course, captain's armband, Skriniar. We love to see it. No, I thought Lautaro had a good impact into the game as well. But yeah, I expect him to be off. Like, the guys come back from like 10 days of straight partying, only 2 training sessions with the team. So this is more playing time than I thought he would get. I thought they would just give him 10-15 minutes, but he got like a solid half an hour. And I thought I saw some nice passes from him. And yeah, I probably agree, Marcello. I think today everyone was really good. The only guys, but even Darmian, I would say, at least defensively, he did his job. Just going forward today, he was lackluster. So I would say probably just Correa. Baba Jaquinho, yes, that's his new name. Lautaro been staying offside still. Yeah, of course. It's sustainable with your team as the best squad with big margin in the league, like in the past, but right now, yeah. I mean, before it was just Juve were the best team, so they can just cruise to victory. But when they're playing, Miretti, Fagioli, and Sule out of position, and Moise Kean up front, and they're getting outshot and out created by the other team, it's not very sustainable. Who got man of the match? Well, let's give our own. I don't know who got the official man of the match, but guys, let's talk about it. Honestly, I'll be real. I'm leaning towards Acerbi. I don't know what you guys think. I'm leaning towards Acerbi or Barella. Those are my two. Like, right now, in the heat of the moment, like, those are the two, because Acerbi literally shut down Osimhen for the whole game, and Barella was just the engine up and down the whole game. Let's see what SofaScore has given. And then obviously I'll have a look at your comments as well. So SofaScore has given it to, where's it gone? So SofaScore has given it to Barella by the looks of it, which, yeah, I think probably look at that heat map, just all over, everywhere, on the right side, on the left side as well. 58 touches, 84 pass percentage, 3 out of 3 dribble attempts, 10 out of 13 ground duels. That is a proper engine performance. I like that. Love that. Yeah, fouled twice. Should be one more fouls, to be honest. 5 tackles, 1 interception, 1 block shot. Just a complete performance. He should have shot more today, but he was in some good shooting positions. I was surprised today he didn't shoot. It was a bit frustrating. A couple of positions he was just on the edge of the box and he didn't shoot for some reason. But yeah, I see a lot of love for Barella here. One for Dzeko. Cartel says Dzeko. Freddy says Dzeko. Anad says Dzeko. I don't know. I mean, of course, he had the goal. He had the game-winning goal, Dzeko. So I guess, he definitely deserves a big shout out for that because he's the guy who delivered us the 3 points. So, Skriniar, Dzeko. I would say, yeah, it seems like the chat is definitely going towards. Yeah, there you go. There's some love for Acerbi, my guy. Honestly, I would, if it was me, I would have said Acerbi, but I'm a man of the people, and I can see Barella is getting all the love. So, the Uncle Sharma channel man of the match is Barella because yeah, he's clearly dominating the chat vote. But yeah, let's give a shout out to Dzeko and Acerbi for me and Skriniar. As I said, like everyone played really good today. Oh yeah, let's give a shout out to Hakan as well because he really did well for that chance that Osimhen had. I didn't manage to get a screenshot of that, but the one real chance Napoli had, apart from the Raspadori shot at the end, was that ball over the top, and then Hakan found himself with Osimhen, who chested it down, and then he just managed to get in front of him like a very desperate way. Him and Onana just managed to snuff that chance out. But today Hakan was like, he didn't really control the game. And I mean, of course, Inter didn't have much possession, so he couldn't really control. But a few chances we had on the counter attack, some of his passing wasn't on point as it can be, especially when he plays Regista. So yeah, I wouldn't say he was a standout today. I think in midfield the standout was Barella for sure. But yeah, also deserves a shout out for sure. Also Dzeko shout for the goal, of course. Yeah. Dijanasco says Acerbi, Dzeko for me, but I don't mind Bare. I can't continue his Regista 100% record. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. And Skriniar with the armband, of course. We love to see that. Yeah, Barella's recoveries were insane today. And even at the end when he was like, when Inter should have had a foul, this guy is like recovering the ball, then has energy to shout at the referee and also get himself booked. No, Lobotka was good. Lobotka was good. He was like, he, as usual, barely put a foot wrong. But Napoli was in the final third where they just weren't able to create their usual magic, which was thanks to us. But I think their build-up play, like especially on the left-hand side between Oliveira, Zielinski, Lobotka, Kim Min-jae was really good. Then afterwards, it just didn't go. Why you Inter fans say there's a non-Inter fan here, and Nikhil. Well, we bottled the title last season, Nikhil. That's why we say that. We were literally in the lead for most of the season, and we bottled the title last year. That's why we say that we're not mentally strong. Yeah, Onan, of course, deserves a shout as well. I don't know if it's my impression, but it seems like Barella's made some gains. Yeah, but this is what we're talking about. Like, even when he doesn't play well, Barella's always been a massive pain in the ass. Like when he was at Cagliari, he was like, even when he was younger, he was already the captain for Cagliari. Like he was compared to Nainggolan because he was showing like, that power that you just don't expect from that build, from his physique. Like he's always had that in him. But yeah, maybe he's been doing some work. Cause that's what we're saying. Cause yeah, he's finally had some rest. Like finally Italy commitments weren't there. So he literally had a month off finally. Which is needed for a while, and maybe that's what he's been working on. But he's just looking fresh. That's my main. I think the main thing with Barella at the moment, he's looking fresh finally. Yeah, I agree with that. And yeah, this is DeMarco's first league assist, which is surprising, isn't it? Like, so I was having a discussion with someone on Twitter the other day who was saying, because I think I said I'll still take Perisic over DeMarco at the moment. And he said, yeah, but DeMarco's left foot is too much. But yeah, it is, but he hasn't shown it, like, in terms of he needs to put some more output. And that was an amazing ball to Dzeko. And yeah, look at Rahmani, completely lost Dzeko as well. Good movement from Dzeko. Great cross from DeMarco. Great pass from Mkhitaryan to start it. But yeah, we need more. We need 4 or 5. I want at least 5 assists by the end of the season from DeMarco, because that left foot deserves output. And of course, our strikers have to put the goals away. Yeah, MVP, I agree with you. Hakan 7 out of 10 rating. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, I would say I would give everyone a 7 out of 10, apart from no one. Or even Darmian I would give him, because okay, maybe I'll give him a 6.5, but he does deserve credit for being able to look at Kvicha. Like, what did he do today? 1 shot off target. Look at that, 7 dribble attempts, 1 completed. That is some stinky ass numbers. And that is thanks to Darmian and everyone on that right hand side doing a job on him. He was even trying to come inside. If you in the second half, you guys saw, like, come a bit more centrally to get more space, but it didn't work out. Why does it do that? It doesn't go away afterwards. Yeah, we've got 2 Nikhils in the chat. What's up, Nikhil? Mother Magic Gagliardini for me. Some gain, but he's losing his hair. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's been losing his hair for a while as well. But I think that picture that came out the other day with his when it was like wet, his hair was wet. It was like really showing that Cambiasso loss of hair. Yeah, they were trying to rip his shorts off at one point. Well, come on, Christian. How are you guys not noticing this? We've been talking about DeMarco's hairline for a while. That guy, there's a reason why he's bleaching his hair, because bleaching, like, it just shows it a lot less. But that guy's been losing hair for a little while. So yeah, you guys should be paying closer attention. Barella's been losing for a while, and DeMarco. They're just not very follically blessed, unfortunately. They're gonna definitely have to go. Now going to have to embrace it at some point soon and go 0. Yeah, I'll probably give Barella 8 out of 10. I agree. And yes, Indra, we are in the top 4. Let me show the table now. It looks much, much better. Being back in the top 4. Lecce did a job for us. They beat Lazio. That was one of the surprises of this. Yeah, there was no real surprises in this round of Serie A fixtures, but that was the one big surprise. Lecce beating Lazio. So we go above them. Spezia almost beat Atalanta, but they managed to get a draw at the end. But everyone else got the wins as expected. Yeah, Sassuolo lost as well. That was actually a bit of a surprise. Yeah, look at that. They're actually almost fighting relegation, Sassuolo, if they're not careful. Fiorentina drew as well. But that's not too much of a surprise. So yeah, back in the top 4, which is the most important thing. We need to stay in the top 4. And now we need to put in a streak. And our fixture list is not too bad. It's not too bad. There's no real excuse for Inter now not to put a little streak in, because ignore the Coppa Italia and the Supercoppa. This is a very winnable set of games we've got now. Monza away, then Verona at home, then Empoli at home, and Cremonese away. This should be W. This should be 12 points, really and truly. So really, we should be getting 5 wins out of 5 from this January. That's the type of streak we need now, and then hope the other teams start to drop points somewhere. So it's a favorable fixture list for January right now. Of course, that tricky Supercoppa fixture in between, which I hope here Inzaghi rotates for the Parma game, so we have fresh players ready for the Verona and Milan game. But that's what we need right now. We need a good streak. We need a good streak. A big boy midfield performance, yes, sir. We showed that midfield, Zielinski, Lobotka, Anguissa, none of them, especially Zielinski against Inter, usually puts up really good performances. That trio has been probably the best midfield in Serie A this season, but we showed, that's what I'm talking about, on paper, like how many Napoli players really, like we've done this with Dom before, like from Napoli Talk. Remember last season, like we make videos together, we made the combined 11. Like this Napoli team hasn't really changed too much from the usual. Like how many Napoli players really and truly would you take in the Inter team? There's not that many. On form, 100%, it would be almost like 10 11s would be Napoli probably on form from this season. But really and truly, the real quality of these players, we know how good a lot of these Inter players are, and they showed it today finally, especially in that midfield. Yeah, I'm getting better. Thank you, Stanislav. I am getting better health-wise. I'm finally getting over this weird long flu, or I don't know what I had. My voice still hasn't, like I'm still not 100%, but I'm 100% getting better. I'm like Lukaku. I'm not there, but I'm recovering. I'm showing potential. I'm showing signs. The bleaching, yeah, that's why he's doing it. That's why he's doing it. That is camouflage, as Indra says. 100%, Eduardo. It's just like you just feel so much calmer. Like you don't feel that that little moment of like, even when it's a shot is central or it's just going wide, you're just watching Handanovic. You like, are you moving, Handanovic? Are you moving? Are you gonna move? Or are you gonna be a statue? Like you don't have those moments anymore. And on the ball, it's just like so good. Some of his like, yeah, if we're gonna be like really picky, he could have some of his like long balls today weren't on point to Lukaku and Dzeko. But yeah, apart from that, so good to have someone like Konana there. What a signing he was. I guess they will book. Yeah, Hakan is. Yeah, I'm sure he's got his link ups in Turkey anyway, because that is the hot spot if you want to get a hairline touch up. So yeah, I'm sure Hakan's got his guys, but yeah, he's definitely also another guy. I'm swear he's already got one as well, Hakan. Because I swear I remember Milan fans on Twitter posting about it once. But maybe it's just like a little touch up. It wasn't like a full transplant or whatever. By the end of February, we are top of the league and Champions League quarterfinal. Oh my goodness, this is what I'm talking about. This fan base, such a bipolar fan base, but I love you guys. Zio, you didn't get to feature on some Spurs channel. We got Conte Meltdown. Yeah, I'm waiting for an invite. I'm waiting for the invite, but I think they know we've warned them enough times about Conte. Looks like Lukaku has been. What are you on about, bro? He's looking lean today. He's looking lean. Hazard, even Pintus can't save Hazard. We always talk about Lukaku relies on Pintus. Pintus has had Hazard with his hands for the last 2 seasons, and he hasn't been able to save him. I'm not really hoping about winning the league. Yeah, I'm not hopeful yet. Like we need, as I said, like 8 points is still a big gap for us. So we need to cut that gap down before I start talking about that. Honestly, I'm just talking about top 4 until these guys prove me wrong. I'm just talking about top 4. Yeah, the gap at the top right now is very, very juicy. It makes for a very interesting league once again for the neutrals. Although Napoli start putting up a streak again, then not so much. But yeah, surely, as we said, there will be a drop off from Napoli. They're good, but they're not as good as they were showing in the first half. Like unbeaten, like barely dropping points, barely conceding. Like, calm down. You're not that guy. Yeah, I saw that tweet about Dzeko. Like, if only Dzeko had the CV that Giroud has. Like, of course, obviously not unfortunately, because obviously he's a proud Bosnian. But imagine if Dzeko was playing for a team like France, or one of the teams that's winning Euros or championships or World Cups, it would be different. But yeah, he's definitely gonna go down as one of the most underrated strikers of his generation, Dzeko. So hope Inter can give him a couple of more trophies before he retires. But yeah, what a guy. I've always liked him since his Wolfsburg days. Yeah, Shakir, we've talked about it. We don't really expect too much January wise unless we get someone on a loan with option obligation, which is only going to happen with Italian teams. I really don't expect anything to happen incoming or outgoing as well in January. It's weird that no one is calling for Aslani. Yeah, but I think however, like Aslani and Bellanova didn't really grasp their opportunities, and of course Inzaghi is to blame as well a little bit, with especially the Aslani could be getting more game time, but especially in the not just in the regista position, like in the left centre mid or right centre mid position. But he's just showing like he's not quite ready. But at the same time, he does need more playing time. Whereas Bellanova showing real, yeah, like he needs a loan stay on something. He's not quite ready for this level. But with Aslani, he needs more playing time to get to that level. Yeah, exactly, Nicola. How many clean sheets we have this season? I don't know if someone can look that up for me, but we're still embarrassingly bad in terms of goal conceded. 22 goals conceded, still really, really bad, really, really bad. And yeah, we've talked about it. If Premier League teams come from Thuram, it's game over. We can't compete with salary, and if they come for him in January, we can't compete money wise. So yeah, it's easy. If it's true, then that will be done and dusted. Easy work. But if it's not true, then we still have a chance. Limoncello showed off today, got the subs to Napoli neutralized. Yeah, but we had a full, we had a full bench today. Apart from Brozovic, we had everyone available. So we also need that. We need that full bench to be available, and all our four strikers to be rotating. Correa, this guy, bloody hell. But yeah, even Gagliardini coming on, doing his job as usual. And yeah, Gosens is if so I'm saying, like, it's amazing to have someone like, imagine you told someone 2 years ago that Robin Gosens would be Inter's backup left wing back in a couple of seasons. You'd be like, who the hell do they have at left wing back starting if he's the backup? So it's amazing some of the depth that we have in some positions. The centre back position is the one where one injury, like one suspension to Skriniar or Bastoni, and you're looking shaky already. But yeah, it's a good squad. It's a good squad, as we said. Like Marotta, Ozilio deserve criticism. Some of the moves that we've made. I was looking at Inter's financial statement actually from earlier today. Like the full cost of some of the moves that we've done. Like it makes it so much worse when we're such a bad financial position, because usually, like, of course, like Premier League teams, you can buy Enzo, buy Mudryk, AC, like spend 500 million, who cares? Like, but when you're on the brink of like bankruptcy, like Inter are, you're on the brink of actually failing as a business, and you make moves like the actual cost of Gosens on the books is 27 million. And Correa, the actual cost on the books is 33 million. Like, you're talking about 60 million right there between those two guys, and they're not even starters, and they're not even really contributing. Like, it weighs a lot. Those little decisions like that really weigh for Inter extra compared to other teams, because you're not even, like, you should be spending that little money you have available. You should be spending it much wisely. Players like Aslani, Bellanova, that's fine, because you have some resale value. The young option to buy when it comes to Bellanova anyway. But yeah, no, today, like, guys, you're holding on to a 1-0 win. You're bringing on the guy who's got experience of coming on, the guy who Conte used to bring on as well, Spalletti used to bring on. Like, every coach who's been at Inter brings on Gagliardini in these moments. Like, as much as he's a banter guy, we know, but in that position, you're not going to bring on the young player who sometimes goes for the Hollywood pass and gives the ball away. You just bring on the guy who comes on and he's going to do the job, and he did. Yeah, we talked about it, Punzara. We know Juventini and Milanisti were supporting us today, but it is what it is. That's the league. When you need favors from other teams, you start supporting teams that you would never support. No, we talk about him, AD. I said I like Hakan more Eredista. Like, I've talked about it on my channel plenty of times. He's been a great signing. Like, what a free transfer, but I'm not a big fan of him as a center mid, like a left center mid. But as a regista, I think that's his actual. I would say that's his real position. So it'll be interesting to see how it works when Brozovic comes back. Alex agrees with me with Bellanova. Yeah, he's got that raw pace, but he just needs much better IQ, football IQ, decision making defensively. Like there's a lot of improvement that needs to be made. Whereas with that Aslani, he's there like on a footballing basic level, IQ wise, he's there. Like he's already, steps ahead of people his age. But yeah, he needs to improve physically and like just reading of the game, decision making, a few things needs to improve, which game playing time would give him that. He needs to go through that first year that Tonali won at AC Milan, but Tonali was given the opportunity by Pioli to make mistakes and grow into that role. I don't think Inzaghi's going to give that to Aslani, unfortunately. And Hakan's rise in the regista role is one of those positions, reasons. No more 0 losses in top 5 leagues yet. All the leagues now have a team that has lost. And I hope this is a turnaround for Inter in the big games as well, finally. So hopefully this is a turnaround for us in the big games. By tackles enough. I didn't mean you, just general. Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah, and of course in this position he's going to be getting less GA. His corners today went to his usual standard today. But yeah, 100%. Do you like Hakan more than no? I just don't think he's a CM. I've always said like Hakan has number 10 tattooed on him. I just think is ridiculous. Like even at Milan when he used to play as a 10, he's just not a 10. He just thinks he's a 10, but he's not. Mkhitaryan in the past has shown much more to be better at that position to me. Yeah, exactly. I remember the first year of Tonali, he went through a lot of growing pains. And yeah, exactly, 100%. He only had the 6 months as a starter at Empoli. That's all he has at the moment. Yeah, well, we haven't given them a reason yet, have we, Mac, this season? We've lost. We got smashed by Milan and by Juventus this season, so you can't blame them. In Serie A, we have been very stinky until now, but maybe today is the turnaround. Maybe. Yeah, Giuntoli has done. I've always said, for a while that we need some. Like I disagree in terms of Ozilio's never been good, but I think we need to get someone with different ideas now. Like he's been there for a long time. We need to move away and give the reins to someone else. But yeah, and yeah, we continue our good streak against Napoli. As we talked about in our preview, there's something like it's weird with football statistics sometimes, but it just works. Like Napoli at home for us seems to be a good game. Last year we won, the year before we won, the year before we won. It's a W after W. It's really weird how things can work like that. And at home this season, the only game we've lost, because technically Milan was away, was Roma. And that is actually probably the game that bugs me the most, the Roma one, because it was like Roma did jack shit that game. Then we gave them a chance for the first goal, and Handanovic should have saved that Dybala shot, and then Smalling at the far post, just poor set piece defending. That one really burns, that Roma loss. But yeah, we have been good at home this year. Our home away form has been stinky, apart from that Atalanta game. Oh yeah, you're a Georgian. No, fair enough. But yeah, it is what it is. We had to Kvara had to be the guy taking the L today. Yeah, I tuned in slightly to the Spezia Atalanta game. Yeah, not very impressive by Atalanta. And yeah, I hope this is the new norm. Yeah, Julian, 100%. I hope this is the start of the 1-0 terrorism wins for Inter under Simone. Was there any other screenshots? No, there was nothing else. Yeah. So to wrap up, guys, 1-0 Inter. Very happy. 100 people here in the live stream. Thank you very much for coming through. Make sure you leave a thumbs up. Barella has been given man of the match from this community, this wonderful community. And yeah, great to be back, guys. It's great to be back talking Inter, talking about winning Inter. And of course, keep a lookout on the channel. Next up, Monza away. When is it? Monza away is Saturday. So yeah, not much time in between the next one. Saturday, 7:45 UK time kickoff. Then Parma on Tuesday. So yeah, it's going to be busy few weeks, guys. And yeah, make sure you guys join the Discord chat. DM me if you want to join. There's more than 85 people now in the Discord chat. Nice little community building up. Yeah, hopefully we keep going, build that stability, get to that level that we were at before, that we know this Inter team can get at, and hopefully the Skriniar contract in the coming weeks is sorted. Let's not forget that is a big thing hanging over our heads. Just sign the contract, bro, Skriniar, please. Please, brate, sign the contract. So we need. Give you that captain's armband. And yeah, Brozovic coming back from injury as well in the next few weeks will be important. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Inter 1, Napoli 0, 3 points, back in the top 4. Hopefully this signals something new, a new leaf for the Inzaghi's Inter this season in the Serie A. And here's my boy Anthony. Make sure you guys join him and Bruno and Mo, or whoever's going live with them for Inter Worldwide. Go on Inter Worldwide's channel. Thank you everyone for joining me. Hey, there's Bruno. I just mentioned him. Thank you for coming through. Ciao ragazzi. Always, Porta Inter.